Namaste. Over the past few years, especially on occasion of Sri Rama Navami and Vijayadashmi, we see some messages on social media downgrading, degrading Sri Rama, and at the same time objecting to the Ravana Dahana that happens on Vijayadashmi day. Earlier, this was restricted only to some social media and university campuses. But last year, the phenomena of objecting and going up to the level of fighting to stop Ravana Dahana started in some of the villages also. Because the students who are studying in the universities, they went to the villages and we are seeing this phenomena there also. Now, what is the reason for such a thing to happen, especially when Rama for centuries, for thousands of years, has been considered as Purushottama, an ideal king and an ideal human being? The reason can be traced to the Department of Cultural Studies in some universities. We are all aware that in the 50s, cultural Marxism as a subject had started to evolve in England. In the 60s, it took a shape of cultural Marxism which Gramsci propounded. The basic idea behind this was to deconstruct the cultural icons that a society looks up to, creating a situation where the society becomes undecided regarding the icons. We are all aware that when a society has to progress, it holds certain ideals in front of them, and the direction of progress is determined by that. By deconstructing or creating binaries in society, by which heroes, their lives, their contributions are questioned, and creating a question mark about that by promoting the anti-hero in place of the hero. For example, when we look at the binaries, the binary studies focus on the oppressor and the oppressed. Just like there is a conflict between society as per Marxism, as per communism, that there is always the bourgeois and the oppressed society. Same way, in individuals also you find this. This is what cultural Marxism propounds. So you have Sri Rama, who is supposed to be the oppressor, and the oppressed is Ravana. Now we may question, how come Ravana is oppressed? They say that Rama was an Aryan and he came and attacked Ravana, who was a Dravidian. Now if you tell them that Ravana was actually born in north of Bharat and therefore he cannot be a Dravidian as per Arya Dravida theory, then there is no answer for that. In fact, the Aryan Dravidian theory itself has been proved to be false. But even by going there by their logic, by their theory, this is disproved. But there is no answer to that. Then the second, they talk about Rama and Sita. So Rama is an oppressor and Sita is the oppressed. Now if you say that Ravana abducted Sita and therefore Ravana should be treated as an oppressor here, they say no. Ravana was the oppressor, was not the oppressor. He only reacted to Shurpanaka's nose being cut. But if you say that Shurpanaka's nose was cut only because she attacked Sita, there is no answer. So that is also kept under abeyance. Then you go to Rama, Vani. Then there is an interesting phenomena of Rama and Hanuman. They say Hanuman, being a tribal, was under fear. He succumbed to Rama's might. And therefore, you see that Hanuman worked for Rama. This is one theory that they propose. Then we have Krishna, Narkasura, Durga and Mahishwasura. So wherever discussions on the Asura clan is mentioned, they always come to the theory that the Asuras are somewhere, they are the oppressed people. Whereas so many of our epics talk about this aspect, about how righteousness over evil or wronghood, this whole story is about that. Where people from different parts of society, they have come and contributed to uphold dharma. So basically we need to be aware that in the universities, campuses, this kind of poison is being discussed in campus and somehow this theory is being propounded now into small towns, it is going into villages. So the only antidote to that is cultural education. When we say cultural education, it's not the Marxist cultural education, it is our own indict, the Bharatiya way of education on culture. So long as we don't culturally educate our generations, this problem is probably going to escalate. So using new media, using new tools, spending some time with our children, the youth of the country, engaging with them, discussing different aspects of personalities and our epics, we will be able to solve this problem, because this is not a big issue, but it is now showing up its head. So it needs to be tackled. We need to do some reading on this subject. A very good book on this subject, which is very popular also, is Breaking India. While it is a 650 pages book, during lockdown, I recommend that we invest some time to read at least some parts. If you are able to get it on internet, please go through the book. But if you have already purchased and you have not yet read it, please do take some time out and read this.